Greetings, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is Karen's Oddities, and my name is Karen Odd. Today, I wanted to talk about independence. Independence as a woman, independence as a single woman, independence in a relationship. This is probably going to be a series. It's something that I've struggled with. I know some of my friends have struggled with it, and I will likely incorporate them into some of my future videos regarding independence. So what prompted me making this video was we had a snowfall, and I took it upon myself, obviously. I'm a new homeowner, to clean my snow. I clean the outside, obviously the outside. I clean the backyard, the driveway, the front yard, the sidewalk. It took me under an hour, which I'm happy about. And, I have my neighbors. There's a lot of males in my neighborhood, families, but single males as well. So it's kind of like male dominated. One of my neighbors is like, I'm so glad there's another woman across the street. I'm like, there are other women, their wives and stuff. But I guess it's primarily males. And like my neighbor, he used his snowblower. My family has a snowblower. They can come bring it over and clean it. I can buy a snowblower if I really wanted to, right? Or needed to. But I haven't. I kind of enjoy doing some manual labor. It's distracting. And it's nice to see the product of your work. So I'm shoveling my snow, and I'm thinking about the fact that I want to shovel my snow because it needs to be done. I want to feel the satisfaction of it being complete. But then I'm wondering, I could have someone else do this for me, right? We have, whether if you're single, you may have men, women, whatever you like in your life, where you're like, well, yeah, I could do this, but I could also have someone else do this for me. And those are kind of my thoughts, right? Where I'm like, I have these people in my life, friends, some I've known romantically. And I'm like, one of them should be shoveling the snow, right? But it's like, I have these conflicting dialogues with myself about the satisfaction and desire that I receive from independence, but also the desire to have other people, and in my case, have men do things for me if they can. And I think this goes back to like childhood, right? It goes back centuries and centuries, sexism, gender roles, what's expected. I know that in this century, gender roles, yes, they still exist. Yes, they still exist. Jack, please. But we're stepping away from them, right? We're separating what we've known them to be. We are changing the narrative. We are, different genders are being in spaces that they're not usually seen in, and we're excelling at them, which is making it even cooler and more interesting, right? To see the shift. And for some people that are so stuck to these gender roles, it's shattering their securities, right? It's, or what they believe to be securities, because I really think they were false securities. And it's making them question themselves and question who they are and question what makes them a man, a woman, how they bring value to other people and in their lives. And it's just, I don't know, I went down this rabbit hole, and I'm like, someone else could be doing this for me. But and then my neighbors came out, and then one of them is like, he's a man. He's cleaned my leaves before, and he's like, Merry Christmas. He's the one using a snowblower. And I was like, Merry Christmas. Then my other neighbor comes out, and they're talking, and he lives across the street, and he's like, oh, you forgot to shovel my sidewalk, doing that little joke stuff. And I was like, yeah, luckily the snow is light. And then I think about like the guy that I've had here before. I mean, I've had men here, right? I've had friends here. I've had a lover here. And then I'm like, I started thinking about, well, my neighbors have seen these people come here. They're probably like, girl, why are you shoveling that snow? And I think that is a separate issue in itself, where I'm just concerned with how I'm perceived, which is a separate issue that I clearly need to work on. But I don't know. I think there's a fine line between wanting to be independent but still expecting things from the other gender, still having certain expectations, and that's a balance that I have not learned yet. I've also found that in dating, it's starting to become not a challenge per se, but it's starting to become challenging for me to decide when to step up and when to step back. My dog likes to bark at cars. When to step up and when to step back. And what I mean by that is, and this will go into, come here, Jack. Look what I have for you. Come here. Come here, baby. Here. Have my glasses. Come on. He's not listening. I think this goes back to dominance and submission. Yes, gender roles, but deeper than that. Who's the dominant one? Who's the submissive one? I can have a dominant personality. A lot of my friends have dominant personalities. And I think that in every relationship, there has to be give and take, but there has to be someone that is more inclined to take the lead and someone more inclined to be led. I usually find and attract men that think that they're leading, but I end up leading them, and it doesn't satisfy me in a relationship. So I've noticed recently my independence and the way I am independent has become a challenge for me in my relationships. And I wonder if any of you have had similar experiences. Please share them with me. I know this has come up in conversations with my friends, but it comes in conflict when, for example, when it comes to like paying for things, who's driving, whose place are we going to be at, who lives alone, who doesn't live alone, who makes more money, who makes less money. Can I accept things from people? Can I accept gifts? Can I accept favors? I have trouble accepting things, right? So I just wonder how to find the happy medium in that is something that I'm still navigating. And this is just my intro to my thoughts on independence, submission and dominance, independence as a woman in a relationship, how we can see that affecting the dynamics of our relationship. So this is part 1, intro to independence, submission, dominance, and gender roles. And I will continue on in the second part of this series. And I will make sure to incorporate some of my friends so they can talk about their experiences as well. But I'd love to hear about your experiences. Please feel free to comment, like, share, subscribe, and let's keep the dialogue going. I'm forever learning. I think most of us are, and I'm always welcome to see other perspectives and thoughts that you guys might have. I know there's a lot of information out there, some pretty controversial stuff as well. Kevin Samuels, the late Kevin Samuels, if you're not familiar with him, you should dabble a bit and watch some of his videos and let me know what your thoughts are. I did not believe in a lot of what he stood for and a lot of what he said and believed in, or how he talked to and about women. I thought a lot of it was degrading and just bullying. It was mean. And there are ways to say things that are truthful without being hurtful. And that's something that, my dog's gonna bark. Shh. That's something that he wasn't capable of doing. He was capable of doing it, I think, but he didn't want to do that because he took, from my interpretation, and again, I'm not a professional expert or psychologist, although I love it. He would find joy in breaking women down, breaking their spirits down, ridiculing them. That's what he made his fame and name on, right? But I encourage you to watch some of those videos, specifically the ones regarding submission and dominance and the idea that a woman has to submit to a certain extent to a man in order for a relationship to work. He talked a lot about how women like myself and us who may be watching that are single are struggling to find a connection and to connect with a man because we are unwilling to submit. This like independent single woman complex is basically fucking up our dating life. And it has made me reflect, although I don't believe in a lot of his teachings. Some of the things are reflecting, right? Like I listen to them. I listen to a lot of random things while I'm working in the background. Meditation stuff, books, TED Talks, tarot readers, you name it. But there's some pieces there to think about. Someone just got in. I'm going to stop there. I get distracted. But anyway, this is part 1 to diving into talking more about these things. And yeah, I look forward to the dialogue and conversation and hearing where you stand on the subject. And I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you.